Top 10 Reproductive Health Research Topics. Ethical debates surrounding reproductive technology. In this paper, you can discuss ethical debates surrounding in vitro fertilization, surrogacy, and genetic engineering. Examine both sides of the argument to make your writing objective. Can better legal regulation of these practices bring society to a consensus regarding them? Women's sexual and reproductive health literacy. You can write a paper examining the role of sexual and reproductive health literacy in women's successful functioning in society. Explain how sex education can help women avoid early or unwanted pregnancies, prevent sexually transmitted diseases, and build healthy family relationships. In addition, suggest strategies for promoting health literacy among women. Reproductive coercion among Latino women. Here, you can discuss Latino women's experiences of reproductive coercion. Examine the effects of these experiences and their connection to intimate partner violence and unintended pregnancies. How can society protect Latino women from reproductive coercion and reduce its harm? Women's sexual and reproductive health issues. For this topic, you can explore women's reproductive health issues related to menstruation, fertility, contraception, and menopause. How do they affect the emotional, physical, and social aspects of women's lives? You can also discuss comprehensive healthcare approaches that address women's unique needs. The ethics of abortion and reproductive rights. This topic encourages you to explore the ethical debate surrounding abortion. You can review the arguments concerning bodily autonomy and the status of the fetus. What legal cases and governmental policies shape current public conversations about abortion? How do these policies and debates affect women's and children's well-being? Reproductive healthcare and the LGBTQ+ community. Here, your task is to examine the unique reproductive needs and challenges of LGBTQ+ individuals. You can also explore how and why the U.S. healthcare system fails to meet these needs. What strategies can be implemented to address LGBTQ+ people's barriers to reproductive healthcare? Human reproduction, fertilization. In this essay, you can describe the process of human reproduction, focusing on fertilization. Besides discussing the molecular and physiological aspects of fertilization, you can examine the role of the menstrual cycle and various hormones in successful conception. Reproductive diseases and disorders. This topic requires you to explore diseases and disorders that may prevent people from conceiving or maintaining a healthy pregnancy. For example, you can discuss conditions such as polycystic ovary syndrome, endometriosis, and infertility. You can also examine challenges in diagnosing and treating these disorders. The effects of drugs on a man's reproductive system. For this topic, you can focus on the effects of drugs on the male reproductive system. Consider the impact of drug use on sperm quality, fertility, and overall reproductive function. You can consider the influence of such substances as tobacco, alcohol, opioids, marijuana, cocaine, and methamphetamines. Female genital mutilation and reproductive rights. You can begin this paper by explaining the practice of female genital cutting, its origins, and its current applications. How does it affect women's reproductive health? What relationship does it have with human rights and gender equality? Based on your discussion, suggest how governments should regulate this practice to protect women's reproductive health and rights. Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.